So last Sunday, my family had our usual lunch gathering, a tradition where everyone gets together to exchange pleasantries and, inevitably, unsolicited advice. My uncle, Bob, who fancies himself a life hack aficionado, was particularly animated that day. He'd been on a quest to simplify our lives with his ingenious ideas, which mostly involved duct tape and a concerning amount of enthusiasm. This time, he presented his latest contraption, a spoon-fork hybrid he called the Forkoon. It was essentially a fork with a slightly deeper bowl, which he claimed would revolutionize the way we eat soup and spaghetti simultaneously. Naturally, we all humored him, partly out of familial obligation and partly because we were genuinely curious about how this would play out. At first, the Forkoon seemed harmless enough, and we chuckled as Uncle Bob demonstrated its dual functionality by attempting to eat clam chowder and fettuccine alfredo in a single, awkward motion. However, things took a turn when Uncle Bob decided to take his invention public. He began distributing them at the local farmers market, preaching the gospel of the Forkoon to anyone who'd listen. Surprisingly, people started buying them, not for their utility, but for the sheer novelty. Before we knew it, a movement had started. People in the town began declaring themselves sporkless, rejecting traditional cutlery in favor of Uncle Bob's creation. Restaurants started offering Forkoons instead of standard utensils, and a local Facebook group called the Forkoon Revolution gained a bizarre following. It wasn't long before a rival group emerged, staunch traditionalists who championed the spork as the pinnacle of hybrid cutlery, leading to heated debates and, hilariously, a town hall meeting. As tensions escalated, with Forkoonists and sporkists facing off in what could only be described as a culinary civil war, my uncle was in heaven, basking in his newfound notoriety. It all reached a climax when the mayor, in an effort to restore order, suggested a compromise, a citywide potluck where residents could bring their favorite dishes and eat with whichever utensil they preferred. The day of the potluck, as people cheerfully mingled, my uncle stood up and raised his Forkoon high, proclaiming, "Remember, folks, it's not about the utensil you use, but how you fork it."